Hello and welcome back to episode 3 of our forest challenge. Quite an idyllic looking forest challenge, I would say. I never even noticed that before. That looks lovely, doesn't it? It's quite sort of misty down here as well. So I've started at 7 in the morning, and yeah, you can't quite see through, can you, with all the sort of fog over, well, under the canopy, which is quite nice. But then you look up there where the sun's on the mountains, and it looks pretty cool. I think today we need to get some sort of generators going if we can. Just something that's gonna drip feed us cash on a regular basis. Whether we'll need to get rid of these first though, I think we probably will, which is a bit of a shame because there is no cheap way of doing it. You can see since the last episode, since episode 2, our sugar beet have come up, and that's our first job today is going to be to fertilise them. So we're going to need some fertiliser, which is going to be expensive. Makes no. Oh, saying that, there's the pallet. I can't even remember what it's called. The farm supply pack. That's it. So let's use this instead, because I think on this series we're going to need all the help we can get. So $1,000 gives us 5,000 litres of fertiliser. We will not need that for ages. What's in there? Some lime. Right. I think we need light. Let's get backed up and... Do you know what I'm thinking? What I'm going to do, I am going to... In fact, we can just do it on here. Let's speed up time to 360 just so we can... So it gets a bit brighter, because I think it's really dark, isn't it? Especially when we're going to be working around there. Let's get it to about 9 o'clock. Yeah, that's a bit better. It's already starting to get brighter, isn't it? There we go. Don't know what I'm stood on here. Stood on the tent. Brilliant. Okay, look. Right. This will not take long at all. Look at the state I feel. You can. I mean, there's a bit in the middle there where I was in a rhythm, going up and down. The rest of it just looks an absolute clip, doesn't it? But there's nothing I can do about that. Right, let's get this done. This will literally take seconds to do. It's not rolled. I did actually forget about that in the last episode. I only realised right at the end of the episode that it would need rolling, so we've missed out on that. I think it's only about 5% rolling, isn't it? So it's not a massive deal, but I would prefer to do it if I'd remembered. Is that a little bit left there? If it is, it's done. Right, let's have a look at that. So there's one fertilising stage on it. I wonder, without actually having to get row crop tyres on it, I wonder if we'll be able to do a second one or not. Without spoiling the crop. Might be something we have to look at. Right, next, I think we're going to have to go out. We're going to have to get some more trees cut down. Let's have a look, see what the cheapest stump grinder is. I mean, that takes up a lot of power. It's that one we normally use, isn't it? But I mean, even that's 90 horsepower, and we've barely got half of that. And that's 27 grand as well. I don't think there is any others, you know. Yeah, 180. Nope. So 27 grand we need to get rid of them stumps. That is absolutely astronomical. On a series like this, it's crazy. Right, let's leave that in there while we chop a couple of these down. Oh, I think I mentioned, it might have been right at the end of episode 1, or it could have been at the beginning of episode 2, I can't remember. But we... Go on in. Fall down. We were talking about what our end goal on this series should be. What will we sort of deem as success? Now what I'm thinking, I don't know if it's even going to be possible because the amount of money you would have to make for it. And this might be what the modder intends as well, ep3 Frankie. It might be what he or she, I don't even know if they are male or female, is to find a route out, so to sort of blaze a trail out. All would involve, so how much is that one? I mean, that would be the cheapest way out. 400, 1 million, 1 million, 900. So yeah, to basically get a road out of the forest. I think that is what our end goal is going to be. I mean, obviously we're a long way from that. It's only episode 3. I was going to say episode 1, it's not. Why can't I chop that one down? Can I chop it down this way? Yeah. Yeah, so I think that might be what our end goal is. A road out. Like a proper road as well. God knows how long that's going to take. I mean, this is going to be so far removed from what was going to be a 24 hours on forest challenge. I'm just hoping that in the next few weeks there's another map that I was going to start on. I'm not sure when it's due out. In fact, there was a couple, but I wanted to do a series like this, but obviously not a forest challenge because it wasn't never going to be a forest challenge on a different map. But I also there's another series that I want to start do, a very sort of niche one. It's getting back to sort of the use machinery challenge, but in a different way. So yeah, there's a few things that I wanted to do. I'm just hoping that those maps that I was looking to do them on don't come out soon, because I'm going to be really tempted to start another series, and I can't have 4 series. No way. 2 and 3. I think they're the sweet spot for me. Let's get some of these loaded up. I don't know if the price of wood changes, or if it's just constant all the way through. So yeah, we're going to have a look then at what generators we can get. I wonder if we can fit. Do you know, that might be a good idea. I wonder if we can fit some in our little compound. I mean, obviously we won't get the big ones in, but we might get. There's one in particular that I was looking at getting that I've not used before. We might get in there. In fact, we might be able to get that today because I don't think it's that expensive. I'll get these trees done, then we'll have a look. I'm sure it's only a couple of grand though, and it'll be a good start to get that money trickling in for doing nothing. The one we're going for, or the one I want to start this, to start the whole process off, You literally do nothing. You place it down and then that's it. I think we had this idea on No Man's Land, didn't we? The thing with No Man's Land, if you remember, or for those who never watched it, we started off No Man's Land with €500,000. It wasn't No Man's Land, wasn't it? €500,000 in debt. So every night we paid off, I can't remember how much it was, but it was a substantial amount of loan interest on it. So the way we started getting around that was, and being able to actually make some money on there, was to sort of reduce our deficit. And by doing that, the way we did that, sorry, was by placing generators down, so that even though we were getting charged the interest every night, the generators were covering it, and that worked really well. I could have actually went, looking back at it, I could have went further than what we did. We could have got more, really. However, I started focusing on other things like actual sort of farming. I suppose it's all part of farming, isn't it? Farmers have had to diversify over the last probably 20-30 years. So yeah, that's how we did it at No Man's Land, and like I said, it worked really well. So I mean, following a similar theory, that I think is what we'll try on here. But the good thing about on here is we don't have that loan, so we're not paying that interest off every single night. And it was substantial as well. Well, I mean, £500,000 or €500,000 loan. It was taking loads off us. I mean, I remember definitely in the early episodes, we were going to bed with money and then waking up in the negative, in the red, which was absolutely soul destroying. Nearly there. I haven't cut this yet, mustn't have. Oh, I'm going up. I wasn't even trying to climb the tree there, and I was going up. Come on, register, there we are. Can I stack a few across that way, possibly? I am right in thinking though, Anna, that we can't put things like greenhouses down where there's stumps. I'm sure we have to get rid of the stumps before we can do anything with them. Right, last one for this load. I'm probably going to have to do a few of these, aren't I? Right, let's get this back and not crash into that tree. We'll have to have a look, see if there's anything in the used machinery section as well. There hasn't been so far. I mean, we only had one deer. Can't sort of complain about it. Right, just under 1200. Let's have a look. See if it's got the what the prices of the one we want. And it's not on there. It should be on there. Give us 2 seconds. I'm going to go off. I know exactly what mod it is, and it is. I have downloaded it as well. I just obviously haven't added it to this. So 2 seconds. Okay, so it should be on now. in generators. There they are here. It's more than what I thought. So there's the small one, 2.5 grand. It says I don't have enough money. The one I would like, and it's not that big anyway, is this here. That's what I want. The wind generator. However, we need to get to 8 grand. What we shall do is, because obviously you don't want to just watch me cutting down trees over and over and over again, which is something which obviously we'll be doing loads of, given the map itself. I will do a jump. I'll try not to crash into any trees. Let's do a jump. I'll get a few cut down. It will only be, it's not like we're not going to come back with like 20 grand, because that'll take us ages to sit and cut that many trees down. But we'll get to 8 or around that, maybe a little bit more, depending on what else we can do. We'll get to 8, we'll come back and let's see where we can start placing things. Before I buy the wind generator, we might have a look to see what we can do with the greenhouse. See if we can get one down, even though the stumps are there. Or there might be just that little sweet spot somewhere where it's going to let us place one. But we'll see. So give us 2 secs and I will be right back. Still going. We're up to just under 14 grand. I've kind of come to the conclusion that we need that stump grinder, don't we? Or we need a stump grinder. I don't think we can do much by way of placeables, that is, if we don't get it. We're going to do this last load of wood and then we're going to have a little bit of a play about to see what space we've got, in the compound, and then to see what we can fit in outside as well. But outside we'll literally be just trying to fit them in around the stumps, which isn't great. Right, let's get this one on here. So we know this is only going to be somewhere between 600 and 700. There's only one tree in. Right. We'll turn the engine off. So pretty much bang in the middle. Happy with that. The issue, what I think we're going to have is, we're this big area here is a shop. So I think that's going to be a bit of an issue. Let's go to productions. Let's look at greenhouses, and I think medium would be 2, so they're small. I'd want one like this where you put fertilizer, some sort of fertilizer, seeds, etc. in, because you get more out of it, don't you? It's probably, yeah. So there's, see, you can fit it in. In fact, that might not be that bad, to be honest. So there's, because then once we do get the stump grinder, I could do a few along there, couldn't I? That wouldn't be that bad. Can we fit one of these in here though? I don't think we can. See, it says there, shop area restricted. So we're not going to get it in there. How much is that? 2 grand. So we could get that, and we could get this as well. Could we get that in there? Is that small enough? Yes, that is. So that would go in there. Although, how much wind would be getting around there? I don't think that would be thematically great. However, we're not going to get a greenhouse in that area, so that might be. Where's more open? I know this seems daft because it's a game, but it's something I would like to think about. There, 8,008. Let's go and have a look at that. We're going to get that greenhouse as well. We're 100% going to get that greenhouse. So there's our first place. Well, I think that said it gets you around about 800 per day, or around about $800 per day. Now you can see the little battery taking in the electricity there, which is brilliant. Right, now we've got that, let's get a greenhouse. Wasn't that one, it was that one. What did they do? Can I get this medium one? If I can get a medium one, I'll get it. If I can fit it in anywhere. Is it just going to squeeze in there? No. I tell you what, that's right bang in the middle of nowhere. I'm not putting it there. Right, let's get the single one then, because we can get a couple of them in. Have I got it the way I wanted? No, it's that way. I want it this way, don't I? Right. I'm going to quickly put the trigger on just so that wasn't the trigger. That's the trigger. Right, so everything must go in there, and it needs seeds, water. We don't have a water tank, and we don't have a water source. Oh my god, I totally forgot about that. Right. We will be able to buy both with what we've got left. Let's get seeds first though. Do you know what? I think I might have to reconfigure this as well. Yeah, I do. So we're going to have these back on so I can see where it is. That in there. And why is that not showing? Right, where is the trigger for this? So that if it comes up there, do you reckon that's where it's going to be? No. Oh, this is going to be difficult, isn't it? This is going to make life really, really hard if I can't find where this trigger is. It says you can customise your vehicles, but not if I can't find where we're going. I mean, obviously the first one where I don't record, I find it. So I was there, and all I did was back straight up, and we're in it now. So, customise. We want that one, so it's going to cost us 200 to do it. I don't mind that. $200 changed into a trailer now. Hopefully it's a trailer you can tip with as well. I didn't even think of that. I do have a feeling that I've spent this money and it's going to go horribly wrong. Go on, get over. Right, well, it's filling anyway, which is a start. Please take this. If it takes this, we will be alright. We'll be able to use it. Yes, it's gonna. Looks like the back's just gonna open up. Fantastic. Let's get around there. And now we want some fertilizer. I wonder why it's only filled up. I am sure it said it had a 3,000 litre capacity. Could have swore it did. Right. And now we're gonna have to find somewhere. Oh, we're gonna have to. Oh, stop. I need to remember those pegs are there in the concrete, obviously, because where would you put? Where else would you put 10 pegs? Get that on there. Get the engine off and right. Animals. 3,000. There's one down here, much cheaper, isn't there? There, 1,700. I think that will be the one for us. It will be. Right, 1,700. I mean, there's loads of greys. Let's just keep it the way it was intended. We'll get in there. It is 140, isn't it? Yes. Ditch that. And now we just need a water source from somewhere, preferably one that isn't going to charge us, but we've just been stung on. What map's it? Griffin? We've just been stung with that, haven't we? It's not in there. Is it in containers? Water tank. Right, that's the one I think I've just got in Griffin. That one, I'm pretty sure it doesn't charge because I think that one's the one I've got in Purbeck. So I won't mind getting that and having it right next to the I'll turn it off now. Having it right next to where we're going to put the greenhouses, I think is a good idea. Right, while that's filling, what should we do? Shall we do... Let's do... Which one's that one? Yeah, because these will be manure, yeah. So let's do lettuce, and let's change that to selling. So all we're missing now is the water, which is almost there. Right, 2,000 litres of water. Excellent, and there's our lettuce. So we'll just have to make sure we keep that going. We've got 2 generators now, 2 generators of cash, of income. I would like to get a few more greenhouses, or a few more, maybe not the same greenhouse, but maybe the open gardens or whatever there is on there. But it's just about fitting them round these stumps. We absolutely desperately need to get rid of these stumps, but I can't see within our budget how we can do it at the minute. The stump grinder is 27, but for that you need a 90 horsepower tractor. That's only 49 horsepower, and we don't have the money to buy anything new anyway. So we're going to have to come up with a solution to that. But for now, we're going to leave it here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.
PlayStation